Hi and welcome to another video with Patty at PS Paper Crafts. We're going to make this card today. It's a cute little bird, hello, and on the inside I just have it blank with some images. So this is from the new catalog, and this is, I think, my favorite. So you're going to be seeing a lot of this. I love birds and I love flowers, so this was right up my alley. It's called Free as a Bird. And I just love this. It looks like a dogwood tree to me, and these little birds. So it reminds me of New York. I used to look out my windows. I had bird feeders everywhere, and now in Florida I don't. But I got a nice bird feeder and a bird book from my kids for Mother's Day, so I'll be watching the birds again. Um, this stitch nested labels, these dies come with this as a bundle. Well, you can buy them as a bundle. You can buy them separately, but you can save 10% as a bundle. And this is out of the new catalog, which launches June 4th, 2019. So get ready to start shopping. If you need a catalog, let me know and I'll get one out to you. Just leave me a comment here or send me an email, patty@pspapercrafts.com. So anyway, let's get started. Featuring this beautiful designer series paper, which I want to show you before we actually get started. I love designer series paper, so I use it a lot. It's 2 pieces of each, 12 by 12. So there's 2 sides. So this is the other side of this one. I almost made the card with this, but I thought it was too busy. But I love this. And then you have, this is the pattern that I'm using. And then these keys. And so, you know, these are the 2 sides of this. So let me just move along. These go together. I'm using this striped as the line across instead of ribbon. I'm using, I cut a piece of the striped, so I thought that was pretty. I love the colors. This is the next set of 2. Not crazy about this, but I love this, so I'll use probably this side on both of them. But you never know. I might fall for the seagulls. Then this with the feathers and the bird cages. I thought that was pretty. And this one, I love the yellow here. So it's like footprints, and I just think this is so sweet. So anyway, this is the new designer series paper. It's called Bird Ballad, and when you look on it, it will tell you all the colors that are in these papers. So one of them is Calypso Coral, so I use Calypso Coral as the card base, and then the background circle. So that just makes it easier to work with, and you know what papers to get. So anyway, let's get started. I have everything cut out. Oh, and let me show you. This is a card I made. It's on my blog from yesterday, and I used the layered leaves embossing folder, and I cut out with the stitch nested label and did the birds on the branch and colored them in with blends, and I thought that was really sweet. We're the best of friends, and then I just put some leaves, and your friendship means the world to me. So this is on my blog from yesterday if you want to go check out the dimensions and everything. So let's get started with this one. I have all the pieces, and as I said, it's a Calypso Coral card base. So we'll leave this aside. That's the inside. And we're actually going to just attach this to the card base, these 2 pieces with this across it. But let me do the stamping first. And I have, I use the layering circles for this, and I like this offset a little bit. Instead of having it centered, I just think it looks kind of cool. So I use the, let's see, it's the 2nd and 3rd largest circles to cut out the Whisper White and Calypso Coral pieces. But let's get our bird, and we'll stamp him on. I'm using Memento black ink, and I'm using this because I'm going to color it with blends. So let's just put him, and I put him up a little bit so we can get the hello below him. So we'll stamp that. I always call everything him. It could be a her. But you know, in nature, the prettier are the males. Like a cardinal and a lion and those things. It's kind of funny to me anyway. So then let's get the inside done. So I'm going to do like a half a bird and then some of these flowers. So I'll stamp the bird, just kind of coming off the paper, peeking at us, and then I'll stamp these, I think they're dogwood flowers. I could be wrong. Love dogwoods. I love the pink ones and the white ones. That's another thing I miss from New York. You knew it was spring when you saw the dogwoods blooming. All right, so let's start coloring. So I have my blends over here. Let me pull them over. And let's see. So on the bird, I tried to, because I was going to match that first sheet of paper, let me get that. I tried to kind of color it. Which one was I following? I don't even see it here. Kind of, wow, I thought there was a bird on here. Oh, maybe it's a different one. That's why I can't find it. It was this one. Just as a guide, I was kind of using the blue with the pool party with the granny apple green, and I used crumb cake for this. So that's kind of what I was going for, just for inspiration. So anyway, let's get started with that. So I started out with my pool party, and this is dark pool party. I think I used the light. I used the dark on something else. So let's do the light pool party. And I just started coloring the bird in, leaving his belly without color. And then I'll color that in with the granny apple green. And I love these blends, and you can just keep coloring and getting layers to make it darker if you want, and to kind of blend it in. Or you can use dark colors as well. I'm going to use the light granny apple green, just making sure it's the light one. And I'm going to do kind of the top of his chest here, just to give him some color. And then I'm going to do the crumb cake, again light. I tend to go with the light colors when I color with the blends. You could always add layers and darken it up. Okay, and then I think I'm just going to go over a little bit more with the green, the pool party, just to kind of blend this in, soften it up. Get him going here. And then I'm going to do a little more granny apple green, just to blend this in here. Now these are the alcohol markers, so don't forget, it does show through, so you can't do this on a single layer card. And then I'll do his beak in the crumb cake. Okay, so let's put him aside, and we'll go with this one on the inside, and I'm just doing the same thing. So we'll do the light pool party. I love these blends. They're so smooth to color with. They just really don't leave any lines, and you really don't have to press hard at all. They just don't even go too close to the lines, because they kind of spread as you color. So we'll do this again, and then get the crumb cake in here. They have bluebirds down here in Florida. I mean, they have blue jays, but bluebirds, which I had never seen before, and they're really beautiful. They're blue. The bird is blue, and it has kind of a tannish belly. So I really like them. My mom has a bird bath. She lives next door, and the birds are always in it taking a bath. They actually take a bath. It's so funny. So we can watch out the kitchen window and see them. I just love to watch birds. Okay, enough gabbing. Let's get the light on the Calypso Coral. And actually I'm going to do the dark first. I did the dark in the center of this flower, and then I colored it in the light color just to give it a little contrast. So I think that's really pretty. Kind of like the designer series paper a little bit. Okay, just kind of go over it and blend it in. And then I did the same thing with the pool party. So I had the dark pool party, and I'll do the center of these. And I didn't put a sentiment in here. This would be something that I would write a kind of a personal note in. I'm not sure even who I'm sending it to and what I'm sending it for. Just a hello, kind of a thinking of you. So I don't want to commit to any specific sentiment. I do that a lot. I'll make cards so I have them on hand, but I don't know who I'm giving them to. I mean, sometimes it's very specific, but it's always good to have a bunch of cards on hand. You never know when you'll need them. I'll tell you, people love to get a homemade card. So now that we have it colored in, putting it together is very easy. So I'm going to first glue this down, and I'll just put a little of the liquid glue on the back, and then kind of lay it just so it comes right to the edge. Okay, and then let's get these pieces together. So I'll put this one at the top, and I have a little bit of a border, and I'll have all the dimensions and everything on my website. So if you go to pspapercrafts.com and you look at my blog, you'll see this. And you could search on the name Free as a Bird if you're seeing this at a later date, and you have to search a little bit for it. And then I'll put this one down, and then I'll go over it with the stripe. And these may overlap a little bit, which is okay. Isn't that pretty? I sometimes just have a hard time cutting up my designer series paper and then choosing which side I want to use because it's so pretty. Now the stripe one goes end to end, so it kind of goes across the whole thing. And I use designer series paper sometimes like this instead of ribbon. I like to have something covering that break there. Okay. And then I did these sprigs. There's this sprig punch, and it will carry over. And I used Mossy Meadow, which is the green that's in this paper. And I just thought that added a little bit of interest. So we're just going to go through and cut out 4 of these. And I love having punches because it just makes it easy to do. And I'm going to run out of room here. Will I get one in there? I love that you can see it from the back. Perfect. Phew, I wasn't sure if we were going to make that or not. So then what I did was I kind of laid this out to see where I would want to glue these. And I put 2 of them, you know, one on top of the other. And then I'll lift this up and glue these down. But I just wanted to get an idea of where I would want to put these. And I only glued the top of them so that they're a little free-flowing there. So I think that's good. So I'll just get some adhesive and put it down here. I guess I missed that a little bit, but that's okay. I could play around with it. And then the same thing down here. Put some down. Okay. And then I'm going to, let me just see how this looks. I think that's good. I will be putting this down with dimensionals. And then we put the inside in, and then I added just a few extra little touches that you can or you don't have to add. I added some pearls to the flowers and some pearls underneath. So I just thought, you know, just to, I didn't put pearls in every single flower, but just to add some, you know, extra embellishment there. So we'll get these all off. And then we'll put this down, oh, about here. That looks good. And then let's get the inside in. See, so you would not want to do this on a single layer. See how it comes through? Even on an envelope, a lot of people decorate their envelopes, which is really nice, but I wouldn't color them with the blends. You can color them with Stampin' Up markers. They don't go through. Okay. So now let's just add a couple of embellishments. Ooh, sorry about that. So we're going to add 3 little dots here. We're going to use the pearls, and I'm going to color them with the dark Pool Party. So these Stampin' blends you can color, and they dry really fast, and it's nice because you can make it you know, very specific to what you're making. So you can use the colors that are in your project. So this is the dark Pool Party, and I'm just going to pick it up. Just be careful because the ink on this could smear, so you don't want to. And I think I had Balmy Blue on that for some reason. I thought I had the right color because I already had them colored, but I think it looks fine. And one more. And then I'm going to add some to the flowers. Come on. My dog is snoring over there. I hope you're not hearing that. He likes to hang out with me, but then he starts snoring. So let me add a couple of pearls here and there. I'm going to add 1 to kind of each clump of flowers, I think. So 1 there. We'll do 1 there. 1 over here. Up there. And then we'll do this 1 yellow one. All right. So those are the cards. I wanted to give you a little tip. When you mail a card like this, you want to make sure that you're protecting these pearls from going through the envelope. So if you cut a piece a little bit smaller and run it through with the corrugated embossing folder, and then you can put it over and then put it in your envelope, and those pearls won't poke through the envelope. So I do that all the time. It just helps protect your card. So anyway, these are the cards. I hope you enjoyed the video and you like this set. And if you need a catalog, let me know. And you can start shopping for this great stuff June 4th. All right, thanks for stopping by. You have a good day. Bye.